girls. Today we are working on lesson 7.4 in math. This lesson is titled Divide by 3. So before we begin the lesson, I need you to get out your Math Chapter 7 books and turn to page 383. And you will also need a pencil. So I'll give you a minute to do that, and then we'll go ahead and get started on our lesson. So today we're learning to divide by 3. So let's get started. It says for a field day, 18 students have signed up for the relay race. Each relay team needs 3 students. So how many teams can be made? Well, what is the first thing that we need to find? What is it asking us? What is it asking us? Let's look at my question. How many teams can be made? So we need to know the number of relay teams that can be made. So let's write that over here in the blue box. How many relay teams can be made? So go ahead and write that. How many relay teams can be made? That's what we need to find out. Well, let's look at the numbers that we need to use. Let's circle the numbers we need to use. We have a total of 18 students, and each relay team needs to have 3 students on it. Okay? So there's several ways we can figure this out. One way they want us to figure it out is by making equal groups. So what they did, they provided us with 18 counters. So they have a total of 18 counters here, okay? They want us to circle as many groups of 3 as we can. So you're going to put these counters in groups of 3. For instance, I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to make a circle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, there's another one. So go ahead and do this. Make groups of 3. Go ahead and make your groups of 3. Okay, so now all of the counters are in groups of 3. So how many groups of 3 do we have? How many groups of 3 do we have? Well, let's count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 groups of 3. So how many teams can be made? How many teams can be made? 6. Yeah, so I can have 6 teams with 3 on each team. So if I would write a division equation, I would write 18, that's my total number of students, divided by 3 students on each team equals how many students? How many teams? 6. Or you could write it this way. I always call this a little house, okay, the little house. So I have what number times 3 equals 18. Or you could say 18 divided by 3 equals what? You guessed it, 6. All right, let's try some more examples. Go ahead and turn to page 384. Let's look at page 384. All right. They also want us to try another way using a number line, okay? In multiplication, we used a number line. We started at 0 and counted up. We counted up because in multiplication, your number, your product gets bigger. In division, we know that our quotient gets smaller, okay? Our quotient gets smaller. So for division, using a number line, we're going to start at the total number that we have, the bigger number, which is 18. We know that there's a total of 18 students. So I'm going to start at 18. And remember, there's 3 people that need to be on each team, okay? I need to get all the way to 0. All right, I need to get all the way to 0. So what I like to do is I like to put dots, okay? So if I'm counting by 3s, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put a dot right here, okay? Then I'm going to do another 3. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to do a dot. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to do another dot. 1, 2, 3, another dot. 1, 2, 3, another dot. And my next one, if I counted it correctly, should end at 0. 1, 2, 3, and another dot. Now, I'm at 0. I know that I counted correctly. I'm going to connect my dots. I'm going to connect my dots. So go ahead and connect your dots. I like to do it this way because sometimes when I'm counting and then trying to connect it at the same time, a lot of times I mess up or I'm not counting correctly because I'm worried about connecting them. So that's why I like to do the dots. It makes it more organized. So I have 1 big, huge hop. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So how many times did we jump back by 3? How many times did we do that? Yeah, my big mountains tell me I did it 6 times. We did it 6 times, okay? So that's another way. So right now we've learned about putting counters into groups. We've now worked on the number line. And another way that they want us to think about is related math facts. Related math facts. If I know that 18 divided by 3 equals 6, I know that there are other multiplication equations and another division equation that is related to that. So, since division is the opposite of multiplication, think of a related multiplication fact to find 18 divided by 3. You could say 3 times what number equals 18. So what number times 3 equals 18? 6. So 6 times 3 equals 18. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6, or 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay? So if you know your multiplication facts, division is going to be pretty easy for you. Okay? It's going to be easier, I should say. All right, so it's really important that you study those multiplication facts. All right? Okay, let's look down here. It says, what if 24 students signed up for the relay race, and there were 3 students on each team? What related multiplication fact would you use to find the number of teams? So if I'm thinking about related facts, I know that I have a 24, I know that I have a 3, and I know I'm missing another fact, okay? I know I'm missing another number. And they want us to figure out a related multiplication fact. So if I'm doing multiplication, I know one of my factors is 3, and I know my product is going to be 24, okay? Because that's all the students I have. I can't have any more than 24 because only 24 students signed up. So 3 times what number equals 24? 3 times what number equals 24? Well, if you don't know your multiplication facts, you're going to have to draw a picture, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have an array. I made an array. I did 3 down. I kept on doing 3 down until I got to 24 because I have a missing factor. Now I'm going to label my array. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is my missing factor? 8. 3 times 8 equals 24. Great job. All right, look at number 1. It says circle groups of 3 to find 12 divided by 3. So they put the counters for you. So now you need to put them in groups of 3. So go ahead and put them in groups of 3. And then how many groups do I have? 12 divided by 3 equals what? How many groups? 4. Very good. You can check that by saying 4 times 3 equals 12. Fantastic. All right. Let's go ahead and do 3 and 5. So I have what number equals 14 divided by 2? Boys and girls, do not let this trick you, okay? They sometimes try to put the answer, the quotient in the front to try to trick you. All it means is 14 divided by 2 equals what? If you have to rewrite it if that helps you, okay? What is 14 divided by 2? Well, think about the related multiplication fact. What number times 2 equals 14? If you don't know that, you could count by 2s until you get to 14, or you could draw a picture. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. How many is that? 7. 7. So 7 times 2 equals 14. That's correct. And number 5, blank equals 30 divided by 5. Boys and girls, there's a 5. When there is a 5, you can count by 5s until you get to 30. Let's try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How many times did I count by 5s to get to 30? 6. 5 times 6 is 30. So 30 divided by 5 is 6. Fantastic. Okay, let's try a few more together. They want us to find the quotient and they want us to draw a picture to help. Some of you may need to draw a picture, and that's okay. All right? If you don't know your facts, you may need to draw a picture, and that's all right. Let's go ahead and do the even. So cross out 7, cross out 9, cross out 11, 13, 15, and 17. Go ahead and cross those out. We're going to go ahead and do the even on the top, okay? All right, 9 divided by 3. What is 9 divided by 3? If you don't know, I'm going to draw myself an array, 3 down. I'm going to keep doing it until I get to 9. Okay, I got to 9, so I have 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. Very good. 18 divided by 2, I could think, my related fact, 2 times what number equals 18? 2 times what number equals 18? 9. Very good. 9. 9 times 2 equals 18. Fantastic. Okay, number 10. 12 divided by 2 equals what? Or you could think 2 times what number equals 12? If you don't know that, draw a picture. You can make an array like I did on number 6. Or you could draw 2 groups and put 1 in each one until you get to 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many do I have in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My answer is 6. Boys and girls, check your work. Is 6 times 2 12? Yeah, it is. Fantastic. All right, what about 12? 60 divided by 10 equals what? Don't draw a picture. Count by tens until you get to 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How many times did I count by tens to get to 60? 6. 60 divided by 10 is 6. All right, moving on. 15 divided by 3 equals what? Boys and girls, look, 15 ends in a 5. So if I have a product or a quotient that ends in a 5, then that tells me I'm probably multiplying by a 5. Let's try it. Let's count by 5s 3 times and see if we get to 15. 5, 10, 15. So my answer is 5. My quotient is 5. Oh, lucky us, we got another 5. Count by fives until you get to 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. How many times did I do it? 4. Okay, let's look at this bottom part. Let's look at this bottom part. Do not let this scare you, okay? We'll get through it. Let's look at number 18. Let's start at number 18. It wants us to write an addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division inside this circle, okay? So if I look at number 18, I have to see what I can solve first. So I have to look to the left of my equal sign and to the right of my equal sign. Well, over here, I don't know what to do yet, okay? I can't solve it. That's what I need to put, right? It's missing. Over here, I know that I can solve it. 10 divided by 2. What is 10 divided by 2? If you said 5, you are correct. Okay? And I always like to do a squiggly line. All right? So that means I have to get 5 on this side. I have to get 5 on this side. So, what operation could I put in this circle to get 5? Well, let's think about it. If I put a plus sign, I'm just going to put a plus sign. 25 plus 5. Does that equal 5, boys and girls? It does not. A plus sign is not correct. All right, let's try a subtraction. 25 minus 5. Well, 25 minus 5 is 20. Nope, not correct. All right, multiplication. Boys and girls, when I multiply, my numbers get bigger. I can't go bigger. I need to get smaller. So what am I going to put in the middle of the circle? Division. Yes, I am dividing. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Let's try a few more, okay? Let's try a few more. Cross out number 19. Let's look at 20. Figure out what side I can solve. I'm going to do a squiggly line in my equal sign. I know, I always do the squiggly line, so I know I have two separate problems, okay? I have a problem to my left, and I have a problem to my right. It just helps me organize a little bit. So I can solve 24 minus 16. So stack it and subtract it. 4 minus 6, I can't do that. I have to borrow. So now I have 14 minus 6. What is 14 minus 6? 8. And 1 minus 1 is 0, okay? So I need to get 8 on both sides. I have to equal 8 on both sides. So I have 16 and a 2, and I need to get to 8. What am I going to do? Well, let's do process of elimination. I know that when I add and multiply, my numbers get what? Bigger, right. So when I add and multiply, my numbers get bigger. Well, 8 is smaller than 16 and 2. So I know right away I'm not going to be adding or multiplying. So it's either going to be subtraction or division, because when we subtract, when we divide, my number gets smaller. My answer gets smaller. So what is 16 minus 2? Well, that's 14. I need to get to 8. So if it's not addition, it's not multiplication, and it's not subtraction, what is it? Division. So put that dividing sign in there. Go ahead and put that dividing sign in there. Let's do a few more of these. Let's look at 21. Put my squiggly line. I can't solve this side yet, so I have to solve to the left. So I need to add 13 plus 19. I have 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry my 1, drop my 2. And then 1, 2, and 3. So I have 32. So if I have 32 on this side, that means I need to get to 32 on this side. So what do I need to put in the middle to get to 32? Let's think about this. 32 is bigger than 8 and 4. What operations make my numbers get bigger, make my answers get bigger? There's two operations where my answers get bigger. What are those operations? Yes, adding and multiplying. So let's try adding. That's quick and easy. Adding 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? That doesn't get me to 32.
So what operation am I going to put in the middle? Yes, multiplication. 8 times 4, boys and girls, is 32. 8 times 4 is 32. Fantastic. All right, let's look at 23. We'll skip 22. Let's look at 23. Let's do our squiggly line so I know I have 2 separate problems. Figure out what side you have to solve. I have to figure out 21 divided by 3. If you don't know what 21 divided by 3 is, draw a picture. Think about 3 times what is 21. I'm going to draw a quick picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, here's my picture. 3 down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So I need to get 7 on both sides. I already have 7 here. I need to get 7 here. Well, process of elimination, boys and girls. My number got bigger. It's bigger than a 5, and 7 is bigger than 2. So what operations make my answer bigger? What operations make my answer bigger? Yes, addition and multiplication. Okay, well, let's try multiplication. 5 times 2. Count by 5, 2 times. 5, 10. Well, multiplication doesn't work. I need to get 7. And if I multiply 5 times 2, I got 10. So what is my other choice? When I get my answer to be bigger, my other choice is adding. Well, let's try it. 5 plus 2. 5, 6, 7. Yes, so you're going to add 5 plus 2. Very good. All right, we're going to just do one of these story problems. Go ahead and cross out 25, cross out 26. Now, you're always more than welcome, boys and girls, to go back and do these problems if you'd like to. Okay, but we're just going to look at one of these story problems. It says, Jem pastes 21 photos and 15 postcards in a scrap album. She puts 3 items on each page. How many pages does Jem fill in the scrap album? Boys and girls, I have to figure out my total number of things that she has to put on the pages, okay? So, I'm going to underline my question. How many pages does Jem fill in the scrapbook? Okay? I know she puts 21 photos and 15 postcards in the album. But she only puts 3 items on each page. This is a 2-step problem, boys and girls. The first thing I need to do is see how many items she has. Well, if she has 21 photos and 15 postcards, we need to add 21 plus 15. Go ahead and stack it and add it on the side. See what you come up with. Did you come up with 36? If you did, you are correct. Okay? So now I know that she has a total of 36 items. She puts 3 items on each page. So you're going to have to draw a picture until you get to 36. You're going to put 1 in each one. So I'm going to have 3 groups. Put 1 in each one until you get to 36. And that will tell us how many pages she's going to need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay? So here's my picture. Now, how many do I have in each circle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many pages does she use in her scrap album? 12 pages. 12 pages. Think about these problems. Think about these story problems and figure out what they're asking you. Sometimes there are more than just one step. All right, boys and girls, we're going to do one last problem before you can start your assessment, okay? We're just going to look at number 30. Okay, we're going to look at number 30. It says, George made $24 selling water at a baseball game. He wants to know how many bottles of water he sold. So George used this number line to help him. They want us to write a division equation that matches this number line. Well, boys and girls, I know that in division, I always start with my biggest number, okay? And I know my biggest number, if I look at this number line and where the line goes to, he has 24. He made $24. That's all he made. So I know 24 is going to go first, okay? Now, he hops to 21. His first dot is at 21. He's going back. I need to figure out from 24 to 21, how many hops was that? Well, 24, 23, 22, 21. If you can't count backwards, subtract it. 24 minus 21. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So each time, he is counting back 3. So he's dividing by 3. Now we need to figure out how many mountains did he make till he got to 0. Let's count those big hops or big mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24 divided by 3 equals 8. All right, boys and girls, you did a fantastic job learning about how to divide by 3. Go ahead and take your time on your assessment.